Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Diamond in the Desert, as they call Phoenix Raceway, as we roll into the Elite 18 second round. You see right there the track facts. This is Mike McKinnon alongside Sagar Bashki, the new producer for us tonight, doing a great job thus far. Tonight we got the 1 mile oval here at Phoenix. It's going to feature 30 laps in the first stage, 35 in the second stage. We're going all the way to 150. And let's welcome in Sagar now. Sagar, welcome to the ovals, buddy. I know you're a road race guy. I think you're really going to enjoy what you see tonight.
You know, these road racing guys sure are equipped to go side by side a little bit differently than us road racing guys typically are. We'll trade a little bit of pain. We'll go side by side for a little bit of time, but when it comes to these quarter mile or 1 mile tracks like we are at here at Phoenix Speedway, these guys are willing to go 4 wide through the dog leg at times, and that gets my heart racing.
Yes, they will. They'll do 4 wide through the dog leg. They can go 3, almost 4 wide through turn 1 and 2, and the folks are going to enjoy what they see tonight, I believe. This is a bit of a driver's track. As we see the guys are gridding up, we'll try to get the grid for you right here, and you see right there, as most races go, Matthew David Wood on the pole with a 26.73. Alongside him is going to be Tristan Bruce. Row number 2 will be John Freeman and Dustin Scruggs. Row number 3, David Flanagan alongside the Bulldog, Adam Newton. Row 4, Jeff Merck alongside last week's winner, Isaac Bevan, and I got a story for everybody on that coming soon. 5th row, Joshua Rodriguez, and bringing up the 10th spot will be Brandon Schumann. 11th spot, Raul Meza. Good qualifying effort out of Raul. 12th spot, Brandon Broadfoot. As we wait for these guys to get rolling, we'll get the rest of the grid coming up to you soon. Hopefully it'll roll through. And Sagar, I told you this kid's pretty good, this Matthew David Wood. And the story on that last week, folks, was we watched him dominate the road course, but we also saw him do a burnout basically before the race ended. And that caused Jeff Merck to run into him. And, well, his win was taken away, and it was given to Isaac Bevan. So Isaac Bevan has moved into the next round of the playoffs. He's just trying to get some points right now. So we'll see what that adds up to. See if we can get the rest of the field brought to you after the 12th place there run. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. But we see him running off. Looks like we got Painter and Hagen 15, 16. Yeah, there we go. You just have to read it on the side there. But here we got Dustin Scruggs starting 4th. He's always strong on these flat tracks like this. He's a tough competitor. We know that. He's had some run of bad luck. Got knocked out in the first round, but I look for big things out of him tonight. This is a slick track, but it's also, the night's going to help a little bit as Sagar. We may see a little bit of that tight condition in 1 and 2, you know, get pushed up to the wall, all that good stuff. It's a little tough place to run.
It is, and here in Avondale, Arizona, just outside Phoenix, this is an interesting dogleg oval or tri-oval style track with 4 corners. Surface is asphalt with a capacity of 42,000 people. The crowds and grandstands are filled today. 1 to go until we take the green flag, folks.
Yes, sir. 1 to go here. Matthew David Wood, Tristan Bruce, John Freeman, Dustin Scruggs. They're going to bring you to green right here, and we're going to see them fan out immediately, I would bet, as they hit this dog leg real quick. Let's see what they do as the green flag's about to go. And still pace speed. all the way down the backstretch here, and then we're going to take the green about the time we come out of this corner, folks, and then you're going to see them fan out 3, 4, 5 wide into the dog leg, trying to race into turn 1. Here they come to the restart zone. And good start out of Tristan Bruce right there. He's able to shoot away just a little bit. He leads them at the line. Remember, they can't cross the start-finish line until, or they can't pass until they cross the start-finish line. Tristan Bruce on the high side, leading Matthew David Wood. And you see Dustin Scruggs. Looks like the high side's going to prevail right here. Guys get a little single filed out, 2 or 3 wide to the back of the lead, single file. Complete lap 1 with Tristan Bruce by about 2/10 on Matthew David Wood right off the bat. John Freeman holding down 3rd, Dustin Scruggs, then the Bulldog Adam Newton in 5th. That'll bring Flanagan, Bevan, Merck, Schumann, and Broadfoot rounding out your top 10. These guys, this is tight racing, folks. This is one of those tracks, it's a fun track for the guys that like it. And it's no fun for the guys that don't. It's slick, it's wide, you get tight, you get all sort of different conditions as you're going, and it's way tougher than it looks.
I think one of the things that intrigues me the most is that the drivers are making up lap times in very different ways here. What they're doing is they're challenging for position left, right, and center, but somehow able to still make it too wide and be as fast as the guys in front of them. It's just so surprising, not something you typically see. We have 2 cars going down on the low side of the dog leg all the way down to the wall, and we have 2 drivers staying on the track. You know, what does that mean as far as tire conservation? I know that's going to be important for these drivers tonight.
Yeah, a lot of times guys will think the high side is the best side to save tires, and it certainly can be, but as you see a change for the lead, Matthew David Wood taking the lead, but if your truck is balanced well and you can run the bottom, of course, that's the closest way around, but tires, that's what this place is all about. Some guys will shift once in a while. Once their tires start to wear and they lose a little time, they'll downshift in the corner. We see Bruce really putting up a battle here at the front, and then other guys, they want to run it the same line all the time. As we've got a yellow, I did not see who's falling real quick, but let's see if we can pick up where we got the yellow from. Here, the back got Broadfoot. Is this where it happened? Looks like a decent line right there. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. A little squirrely out of the corner. He went in hard into that wall. It's probably going to have some engine damage for Brandon, who is in the playoffs, so he's going to need to see if he can get it in, get a little repairs. But what did you see there, Sager? Looked like he got a little bit loose, maybe came down a little bit, or the guy underneath got under him and just knocked him out of shape.
If he wasn't pushed, he definitely left by getting on the loud pedal a little early, and that rear end just got squirrely on him and sent him round. That's what it looked like from up here in the broadcast booth. Brought to you by Nasra. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Really appreciate all the love here. Big Rig Studio saying Freeman's gonna win tonight. Well, maybe John Freeman can make things happen from back in 3rd. We have a long race ahead of us, folks. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, Freeman definitely a contender week after week. Always strong. The man I'm looking for is Flanagan in 6th. This man ran a road course at St. Petersburg last week with 2 broken fingers. I'm assuming he's a little happier this week. He said I didn't give him enough love last week. I probably should have, with broken fingers running a road course. So hopefully he'll have good luck tonight. These guys up front, a lot of the same names we see, and there's a reason for that. These guys are cream of the crop. But everybody seems to have got off to a real good start. Mazda's up 2 spots. Got James Beard, he's up 5 spots. Dana Shepard, he's came up 6 spots. So these guys just feeling out the trucks a little bit. I don't imagine we'll see too much for pitting for fuel or anything. I don't think that'll come into play until later in maybe stage 3 when we've got an 85 lap run. But as for now, I think this is just going to go green all the way to the, not green, but you know what I mean, live all the way through without pit stops. So as of now, Matthew David Wood, Tristan Bruce, John Freeman, Adam Newton, that's your top 4. Scruggs, Flanagan, Bevan, Schumann, Meza, and Rodriguez round out the top 10, Soccer.
It's looking good. And further back, Luke Kermit Smith, Matt Cherry in 11th and 12th, Matthew Montgomery, Devin Painter, James Beard, Ed Osborne, Ryan Johnson, Dana Shepard, Huggan Wigington, and Curtis Banks round out the top 20.
Yep, got some big players in the back, though. Nick Sacco's running back there, Adam Lichty. We see these guys. They're going to be making their way forward as we go. As we're getting ready for the restart, folks, we're on restart of lap 9. We're going to lap 30 on this first stage. As far as I know, we are not going to stay green. We're going to take the break. I could be wrong, but that's as far as I know. So into the restart zone they go. Matthew David Wood, good start there. Another good start on the inside for Freeman. Bruce, here we go. 3, 4, 5 wide as we come through the dog leg, back up. Guys got to watch the bumps there. That gets you out of shape a little bit, but you can hold it. As you can see, you can make up a little time. Top lane looking real good for Tristan Bruce. He's got some good balance in that truck, which would be like Soccer. He's able to roll that 3 truck right along the top side of 1 and 2, and it looks really sharp going through there.
You know, we have a saying when it comes to road racing, cautions breed cautions. And it doesn't look like that's the case here, as there's a change for the lead. Tristan Bruce chucks it up the inside, but the slide job comes back for Matthew Wood, and he gets alongside the number 3 here and now. The drag race is on.
Yeah, Soccer, you said it just right. That was a slide job. That was Dale Jr. slide job right there. Great job by Tristan, but he lost a little momentum off the corner, and then back comes Matthew David Wood, as this is just a great battle up front.
Amazing stuff. This is absolutely what you pay to see, folks. Time and time again, great racecraft, great skill being demonstrated. The margins are tight, but the drivers don't mind it. The pressure cooker is on. When is it gonna boil over? Well, not here and now, not on lap number 11.
And we see Tristan using that dog leg again. He's adding a little time, but MDW just easing along, right along that bottom seam. You got Freeman right on his tail. These guys are doing a real good job. They finally got separated a little bit of straight line racing, all the conga line going along here. But we'll see how the tire wear comes in if we get a long run right here, Sagar. This is where we'll start to see it. If these guys are staying too close to the rear of the next guy, they're going to start feeling a little aero push, a little tightness. So we'll see how the tire management goes as we go along here.
Now, these two aren't going to be managing their tires very well. David Flanagan and Brendan Showman going wheel to wheel and toe to toe. That'll be blow for blow as well, as it looks like Flanagan got through on Schumann.
Yeah, great racing. Comes Tiny Horse on the inside down there. We always look for Ryan to put in a strong effort. Didn't seem to have his best qualifying effort, but he's starting to move his way forward. He's up 5 positions, up in the 14th spot, looking for 13th right now. Is back to the front. You see Freeman, man, he's in the catbird seat right now. I thought he was just easing along, but no, he's putting a little pressure to MDW as Tristan Bruce able to get away off of turn 1 and 2 there. Or I'm sorry, 3 and 4, folks. Now we're back into 1 and 2. You see he takes this little higher line. It seems to be working for him, Sagar, that we've seen Matthew David, he's moving up just a little bit up the track, so these guys already starting to fight a little traction issue.
It's interesting that halfway into this stage, basically, the drivers are already starting to get their mechanical fatigue. The wear of the tires starting to become a thing. Last laps around were near the 28s for the field, although the best laps were in the low 27s for Tristan Bruce and Matthew Wood. 27.3 is the best lap that they could stitch together.
I mean, yeah, this is good racing up front here, but it, I don't know. These guys all look real strong at the front. Doesn't look like let's see, get a little message here, Soccer. But these guys are, racing well at this moment.
Oh, absolutely. And here's Bevan going for a move on the number 27. That'll be David Flanagan up ahead. But now it'll be the high line. It'll be high and tight coming past the neon board. And explain this to me, if you can, as a novice to road racing, as another change for the lead as Bruce and Wood exchange blows. Now, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, are you really looking for a dance partner to work with someone to garnish some slipstream? Or are you really just pushing from the word go? What is the ideal strategy when it comes down to ovals and tri-ovals?
Well, with the short tracks here, the draft really doesn't come into play a lot. You'll get a lot at bigger tracks, but here you get, it's not as much. This is driver skill, how hard you want to go, how you want to manage your equipment. So it's just every man for himself tonight, soccer.
These two here, Nick Sacco, started in P27, currently running in P20. That's a 7-position gain on the evening for the number 67 on the high line around the 00 of Huck Wigington. And able to get that one secured pretty easily over here to Raul Miza and Luke Smith, aka the Kermit. And that frog is looking a little menacing right now, but don't forget about the 45 in the background. That'll be Matt Cherry looking to get involved in this two-way, maybe turn it into a menage a trois, if you will.
Yes, sir. I'm not real sure here what's going on in the chat from what I'm seeing. Are we live right now, Sauter? Or do you see this live feed on YouTube anywhere? Because we're having some disagreements on the chat. I hope we are, but if not, well, you may have to do something else. I don't know if the correct link got put in or not. Right now, the battle is still Bruce, Wood, Freeman, Scruggs starting to make his way up through here. Newton on his way up. You can see a little tire wear from these front three, and it's brought the back two back into it. Scruggs and Newton both making their way up to the front. I'll let Sauger check on that stuff, and I'll just keep on going here. So here we go. We got Freeman making the move on Matthew David Wood. That's what we've been waiting to see. Chat group thought Freeman would be strong. He is strong at this point. Door to door. We'll see if, oh boy, Matthew Wood a little bit loose right there. Flanagan made his move on the inside, could not quite get it done. That's the problem with this track. If you get somebody that can run the high side well, it is hard to pass. That's what we hear, you know, even in big races. MDW cutting it way low. Getting a run on Tristan right there. Can he get to the inside here in 1 and 2? Let's see. Can't tell. There he goes. He is inside. What a run through through the dog leg right there. My goodness. Tristan doing a great job holding him off. That high side is strong here tonight.
Can't confirm we're all good, my brother. Thank you very much for letting me know. But you're right, there are epic battles here on track. Front, left, right, and center. There's Freeman. Going to the inside now is going to be Dustin Scruggs, driving the number 11 Gold Machine. He started in 4th position, and he's resting in 4th position right now, driving that Toyota Tundra and trying to find a podium tonight.
Yeah, Dustin, always a great competitor here. He's very smooth. Usually don't make a lot of mistakes. He gets caught up with a lot of bad luck, but when he doesn't, he is very, very fast. And as we talked before the race, Sauger, you see these lines being utilized now. We're going all the way to the wall. We're going all the way to the stripe at the bottom. See, most guys are starting to migrate up, which tells me they're getting a little tight feel. And Tristan and MDW are just putting on a show for everybody as we got 5 to go at the line for stage 1.
Again, taking the shallow line through the dog leg for the number 3. It's running well for him, but he loses out coming through back to the oval. Can Tristan Bruce get back into the lead of the race and control the field now? Only time will tell. 3 to go as the clock keeps on ticking.
Yeah, 3 to go. MDW, Tristan Bruce, John Freeman, all these guys at the top of the standings. And Tristan with another just great dive bomb through the dog leg, but not able to hold it down. You can see he's getting a little bit tight. MDW easily able to cross him back over, and you see that gives Freeman an opportunity here on the outside, as we now have 2 to go in stage 1.
A little bit of a wall grind back there for the 42. John Freeman looking to secure that podium, but has Scruggs behind. Will he be a Scrooge and steal away the podium points for the stage? 1 to go.
MDW ahead of Tristan Bruce right here as we are entering the final lap of the stage 1. It is Wood, it is Bruce, it is Freeman. Scruggs are right there, Newton, Bevan, all these guys. Let's see what Tristan's got. He's going to try this dive bomb again as he enters turn 1. I don't think he can hold it, but what a battle we have seen all the way around this track from these 2 guys. MDW easily pulls away a little bit there. Let's see if that'll give him the advantage as we come to the line. We should get a yellow here, folks. I'm not 100% sure, but we should. I don't think we're going long right here. Let's see if we get the yellow. And, well, there it is. So, your stage 1 winner, Matthew David Wood. He'll be followed up by Tristan Bruce, John Freeman, Dustin Scruggs, Adam Newton, Isaac Bevan, David Flanagan, Brandon Schumann, Ro Meza, and Kermity Frog, Luke Smith. And as we do this, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back, see how many pit stops we get, and we'll see if we can bring MDW up in the booth, give him a little shout.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
And we're back here, Phoenix International Speedway, the diamond in the desert. And we see a little bit of change in places. I wanted to interview MDW, but I don't think my permission has been given. I'm not able to pull him up right now, so we'll just move along. But we see Jeff Merck. He's going to come back out after the pit stops in the lead here. He's one of the faster guys if you can get some clean air. Freeman, Wood, Bevan, Newton, Bruce, Flanagan, Schumann, Rodriguez, and Meza. They're going to round out the top 10, and we're going to go to lap 65 before our next break, unless we get some big pile-up cautions. So Jeff Merck out front. He gets a good jump right there. See Freeman, good jump. Everybody off to a good start. Let's see how big they pan out across the dog leg here. Right across they go. Merge back into turn 1 here. We'll see what Merck wants to do as MDW is already putting the pressure on, along with Bruce and Freeman. That's a little bit of a close call right there, Sager. A little early in the run here until we get some heat in the tire.
A little early in the run to be aggressive, but these drivers are no stranger to this level of aggression. Early on in the stage is where you can make or break your race. Races can also be lost in a blink of an eye, especially around a tri-oval like Phoenix, folks. So, with a turn 1, turn 2 banking of 9 degrees and 3 and 4 of 11 degrees, who's going to make the most out of their runs now?
Yeah, that's what it is. We saw what we saw the first time. We see right now, Merck, he's trying to get away. Is he running too hard? We're not sure yet. That'll show up here in a little while. But these guys are putting a great battle on there. It's Isaac Bevan, who was declared last week's winner after MDW didn't get exactly DQ'd. He got moved to the end of the field because he did the burnout right before the start-finish line, and it caused Merck to run into him. So the winner was removed. He is still in good shape. He's 29 points ahead of the cut line, so we'll see what he can get out tonight. These guys racing real well, Sager. I know you're not used to a lot of oval, but this is hard stuff to do at this track. It's slick at times, it's tight at times, and we see here at night, it probably helps a little bit with the slickness, but it hurts with the tightness. Put the power down, lifts the front end out toward the wall you want to go. So these guys doing a good job managing their power right now.
Well, there's definitely a reason why I don't race ovals. It's because I'm just not good at it. And because it is a difficult sport to overcome. Dustin Scruggs getting a little squirrely right now, currently running in 9th position. But it's absolutely breathtaking that drivers can do this for 2 hours at a time, put down 500 laps, and go 2,000 miles in a session is absolutely nuts to me. And to be able to do it with a level of consistency and precision as well is just a remarkable feat. Like I said, there's a reason why I don't do it. It's because, I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get good at it. As you said, precision, consistency, lap after lap. That's what it is. It's saving your equipment, but also knowing when to push. As we see right now, Tristan Bruce right back out front. He won a couple weeks ago. Here he is again. He almost won Martinsville, but he won the week before that. Freeman has been very, very strong. I mean, I don't know. He's super good right now. And we see Scruggs on this new rubber.
Whoa.
Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Looks like the Bulldog might have got involved. He's had a real good run of top 5 finishes, but I believe the 19 was involved in that. I don't know where it started, but somebody got into somebody and it looked like the 19 was turned.
Newton, Osborne, Shepard, Wingington, Suss, Beard, Cummins, and Zimmerman all involved in this one. Let's get a replay of what happened to number 19.
Yeah, it looked like it started behind there. Somebody was grinding the wall. That may have slowed some people up. Oh, no. Newton just snapped loose. That is something you never see. I would almost think his wheel unplugged. That is crazy. Just a quick snap loose, and up the track he went and collects several people. We see a truck in the back. He's got the wall. Look like Zimmerman there, maybe a couple others around. We'll have to see what kind of damage this brings to these guys, as now everybody coming down pit road that was involved or didn't pit the first time. This may actually help these guys in the long run. We'll have to see who can get out first, Sager. This is something you don't see a lot road racing either, but a good pit stop can mean the world to these guys, and that means stopping correctly in the box, being where you need to be, a little bit off, a little bit too far forward, and it's going to add a second or two, and you can lose places on track.
Absolutely. Not typically seen are these pit stops in road racing and ovals. Obviously, with fuel limitations and extreme tire wear, especially with some of these heat conditions, we'll see a lot of them throughout this 150 lap session. Now, let's go trackside yet again to see who's out where. Tristan Bruce, John Freeman. We're going to line that first row. Dustin Scruggs, Matthew Wood, David Flanagan, Luke the Kermit Smith, Brandon Schumann. Ryan Johnson, Jeff Merrick, and Matt Cherry are going to be your top 10 right now, but will that stay true?
Yeah, Matt Cherry, always strong runner. You kind of figure he's going to work his way there. You see, it didn't cost Merck too much. He must have stayed out. Then he's able to pit now, and I believe he pitted. Maybe he did. I thought I saw him down pit road, but this could help a few guys. Even 5-6 laps on your tires makes a huge, huge difference.
Merrick last pit on lap 7, it looks like, so stayed out for as long as possible. The number 60 trying to garnish as many positions on this race restart.
Yep, getting ready to come back to green. Tristan Bruce, Freeman, Scruggs, Wood, Flanagan, Luke Smith doing fantastic job. There's Ryan Johnson. We knew he'd start making his way up here for long. Brandon Schumann with a good run. Terry Merck rounding out the top 10 as Sauger told you there. So as we come around the corner, head for the restart zone. We'll see what happens here, see if they spread out. We've seen Tristan really run it into one, hit the high line, get great runs off. I figure a few other guys might want to copy that, but everybody's got their own strategy right now, Sauger, and we're seeing it play out in real time.
Man, I love the roar of these trucks coming through the stadium. It's absolutely electric. Dustin Scruggs and Tristan Bruce going after it again into that restart zone. Now coming through turn number 4. It will be the inside line there for the Golden Machine of Dustin Scruggs, who's up 3 positions, trying to garnish the lead of the race and hold it tight for as long as possible.
Yeah, really good restart for Dustin there. It's really hard to pass on the bottom, especially when the tires are good, and you're seeing that. But Dustin's putting as much pressure on Tristan as we've seen all night out of anybody except for MDW. So, I don't know how Tristan, he has got something figured out through that dog leg because he can get a big run. But here comes MDW on the inside of Freeman. We see Ryan Johnson, he's making his way up here. We expect him to be there. Luke Smith doing super job. Somebody got a little piece of the wall back there again. Let's hope that doesn't cause any more calamity. As you said, cautions can breed cautions. We just don't want that here at Phoenix tonight. We want a good, clean run. We want to see who can actually prevail here without, too many guys getting taken out of the order. That's what I would say. We've had a rash of too many cautions lately, and this is some really good races. And MDW tries to put the door to John Freeman, but John will have none of it.
Surprisingly, only 3 cautions so far in this event, despite how aggressive these drivers are being. Like I said earlier on, they've showcased that their abilities to go wheel to wheel is absolutely uncompetitive compared to the rest of the field. I just don't see this in road racing. You see a lot of paint exchange, you see a lot of hit checking, but these gentlemen are going side by side for entire laps, and it's not really ruining their lap times. But what does it do to that tire fade that we've talked about before? When you do go to that inside line, chuck it up and go for a little bit of a slide on those tires, it's got to be extremely abrasive. As Merrick tumbles down the order, down
I don't know what happened. Not sure what happened there, but he got a little piece of the wall we see there. Maybe he's trying to stretch these tires a little farther. They only have 3 extra sets from what I remember from the race information. So maybe he's just trying to stretch, get to the end of the stage, and give himself a better chance to have an extra set of tires at the end, which is a huge strategy here at Phoenix. As we know, the fall off is big. So he's just holding on. That is a pretty truck, as we see in the chat right there. It is a good looking truck. Hopefully he can keep it looking good if he can keep the blue paint all off of it, right?
Absolutely. Avoid the Smurf barriers at all costs. It's akin to Watkins Glen, if you're familiar with our Armco barriers there. They have a blue hue to them. It really is reminiscent of that. Here we have David Flanagan giving a little kiss to the 38. Ryan Johnson and Johnson's going to lose control, and he might as well head down pit road at this point, but no, rejoins the racetrack.
Now, that was a really good save right there by Ryan. He's not going to be happy with that at all. You would expect a yellow. We did not get it, so try to not go lap down. Let's put the pedal back down and keep yourself rolling here. Trying to give us, I'm going to give a shout out to Nick Sacco. This man is up 19 spots up into the top 10 right now. Started way at the back, but what a great run he's having. And Matt Cherry, he's up 7 spots. And as I said, you got to watch out for Dustin Scruggs. When he's on, he's about as good as anybody out here. And we're seeing it tonight. He's figured a little something out, made an adjustment of some kind. And he's able to hold the lead right now over Tristan Bruce and John Freeman. And as Matthew David Wood not able to make up ground like you would expect him to be right now. And you see Luke Smith, after his pit stop, starting to work his way back up toward the top 10 as he'll move into 10th. Right there, I believe. I think in the next corner he should get it. But that'll get him back into the top 10. So it's Scruggs by 6/10 over Bruce. I don't know if he's over driving or he's just probably one of those guys that took the chance to pit. I don't think he did, though. So doing a great job rolling the lead out to 6/10 as we see MDW put a little pressure on Freeman right here, Soccer.
Action front, action left, action everywhere that I can pick a car. And there's going to be a side-by-side battle right now as Matthew Wood tries to get one done on John Freeman. But I don't think he's sold on that one yet. The 42 has the speed and snatches that one back. All this battling that's been brewing brings out the likes of Flanagan right now, driving that number 31. He's in tow and just a quarter second back from this duo. He's most likely going to make this a three-way battle in the next few moments. Dustin Scruggs, as you said, has a 1 second gap, but that's evaporated down to 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, I was wondering if he went out a little bit too hard in Soccer, but we see a great battle here. And, you know, Flanagan's loving this. If he could just figure out how to get around one or the other, as Matthew really squeezed him up into the wall there. I don't know if that was necessary at that point, but while they were going side by side, that let David roll himself right back into this. And as I said, he's racing injured, having a tough time with the fingers, but you got to give a shout out to him. You know that force feedback's probably turned down a little bit for this one, wouldn't you think? That would be a little rough on my broken fingers, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Even with a back injury myself, I have the force feedback turned down a couple Newton meters or so, thanks to iRacing settings. You're able to adjust that by the car. And there goes the 21, a hair too deep. Does that compromise his run? It does, as he gives a lick to the Smurf barrier and sends it back in.
Yeah, a little bit too hot there. You don't see a lot of mistakes out of MDW, but that was definitely one right there. He's going as hard as he can go, apparently. Deep into the corner, smacked it a little bit. I don't think that'll hurt anything, of course, but as we said, you seen Scruggs, the lead is down to 5/10, but he's able to maintain this pretty well. It's just, you know, a great run out of Dustin right now, but right here is the battle, folks. That's what we're focusing on. It's Freeman, it's Wood, it's Flanagan. And I'm going to say if they keep battling like this, you're probably going to see Schumann, he'll start creeping his way into here, and Merck will start creeping his way up as well. It's not going to take them long to catch these guys if they won't let each other complete the corner the way they want to.
Last laps around for the trio here, 28-3, 28-6, 28-4. And that leaves the battle pack behind, lapping a little bit quicker than this group right here. So,
yellow Soccer. I don't know what happened here.
It'll be a big accident, including Wigington, Suss, Lichty, Hagen. Oh my goodness. Let's get a quick replay of what happened here as the yellow flag comes out.
Take a look here, see what we got. We got Huck Wigington on the inside. Did anybody get help? Did somebody snap loose? Let's see what we got. Whoa! There it was. I think maybe did he touch the wall and got knocked down? I just really couldn't tell, but that's a big lick out of all three of those trucks. And we're going to have to wait for race control, which I cannot hear through my set right now. We'll have to see if this is the end of the stage or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. we'll see if we get a one-lap shootout or not. We'll just have to wait and see on that, Sagar. And while we do that, why don't we take a quick break? Well, nah, I don't think we'll have time. Say take a quick break and come back. But let's wait and see what we get right here. We'll wait and see if this is the end of the stage. We'll wait and see if they're going to make them go one more lap. You see these guys staying out, they may not believe it's the end of the stage, and that's why they're staying out.
We'll take a look, but we'll be right back after a quick 30-second commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
And we are back. Now we're going to wait for this ruling, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I do not have race control in my ear at the moment. So we'll have to wait, see if these guys are going to go all the way to 65. It'll be the end of 65, so that would be 2 more laps to the end of the stage. Or if we're going to get a one-lap shootout, we'll just have to wait and see. If they get lined up, we're going to get a one-lap shootout, and then the guys will pit. And that looks like it looks like we're going to get a one-lap shootout. That's what it looks like. They're going to start on 65, and they're probably going to get the yellow at the end of 65. So this ought to get interesting real quick. I wasn't expecting that, but I know Nazareth has been discussing going all the way to the distance. No more of the, hey, that's the stage, go ahead and pit, all that. Now it's, to get rid of all the disputes, it's going to be, we're going to run it to 65. So they're going to come down the backstretch. We're going to get 1 lap to decide the stage winner right here, it looks like, because 65 is supposed to be that. And then we're going to go to 150 after that. So got Dustin Scruggs, John Freeman right there front row, Schumann, Cherry, Rodriguez, Montgomery, Knott, and Johnson, followed by Matthew Cummins and Curtis Banks. We saw some of the leaders pit. They're going to flip for track position here. This is for points, folks. 1 lap shootout to the end. Here we go. Dustin Scruggs on the loud pedal. Got a good start. No, I was real worried for tire spin there, but a good start out of Dustin. See Brandon Schumann to the inside of Freeman. He's going to press the issue down here. Him and Cherry both. Cherry 3 wide as we come through 1 and 2. Good run on the top side right there by Matthew Montgomery as well. So we got a spinner in the back, and this will finish the stage right here. Can't tell who that was real quick either. I saw a spinner. Couldn't catch the number. That was Matthew Wood went around. Wow. That might change things a little bit on his new tires. Let's see what happened to Matthew Wood. All the way down to the flat. Now, I'm not sure that's the best place you want to be on cold tires, but this man's 110 racing this year. Oh, there you go. Stealth spin. Oh, he got so lucky he didn't get smacked right there. I don't think he hurt anything. He'll just have the little pride hurt right there. And he'll have to see if he can regroup. But that'll bring us to the end of the stage, and we will now take our break. We'll come back after these pit stops, and we'll see how it all flushes out. So, Sager, take us to our break.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, They proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
Arizona, just outside of Phoenix, and it's green, green, green. Back to race running for Tristan Bruce, David Flanagan, Jeff Merrick running into the 1, 2, 3 right now after the second stage was completed. Now Luke Kermit Smith trying to shake and bake, currently running in 4th position for Team Blue Line Racing. Further back, nearly 3 wide, coming through curve number 3, across the stripe, through the dog leg. It's going to be green and clean on this race start, but a couple drivers getting their elbows out early, at least assaulting the barriers early on, and there's going to be a yellow flag call. That'll be for Eric Zimmerman. Let's see what happened to the number 94. It looks like it was a solo incident by their lonesome, looking to the inside line on the 42, and just doors them and floors them. Go back to caution, folks, and we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back. Don't go anywhere as we sit under the pace car.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
And we are back at the base of Rattlesnake Hill here, and we see Tristan Bruce, Jeff Merck, Raul Meza, Luke Smith, Sacco, Bevan, Osborne, all these guys making their move up. Sacco up 22 spots, Meza's up 8. See Ed Osborne up 10. Buzzy Mongol, he's making a move up 11. Adam Lichty up 16, back in the 13th position. As we're getting ready to go back to green, and we have, let me add up in my head real quick. Looks like 76 laps to go at the line, so long way to go. I still not sure fuel will come into play, but it may. It may. It's only 75% capacity tonight, so these guys may have one more stop, which they're going to want the tires anyway, so What do you think, Sagar? I'm not real sure on the fuel mileage of these things either, but I think we may be able to go. I'm just not real sure as we're getting ready to go back to green.
Well, I know the fuel mileage of my Tundra. Well, I don't know the mileage of these Tundras. I'm sure the drivers are well equipped. And as he said, Nick Sacco doing a great job up 21 positions right now as we're ready to go green.
Yeah, he sadly got knocked out of the playoffs, but he's always a contender. Nick Sacco, one of the great guys, one of the founders of this. We're off in green. Tristan Bruce, big jump over Merck right there. See Luke Smith pulling into third. Mez is still holding down fourth. That's a great move. I don't know what Tristan's got figured out in that dog leg, but he can sure get a run out of that thing as Merck is hot on his tail. Luke Smith on the outside here. See if this outside still prevail like it did before. Oh, we're getting a little bit of wall banging from everybody right there. Whoa! So, splattered and scattered in the back. We just didn't go around. We got lucky, Soccer.
We sure did. There were sparks flying from that big hip check in the background. I'm pretty sure that was Matthew Wood who was the victim of that, who's on a huge recovery drive right now and trying to climb their way back up into some good points for the championship contention.
Yeah, I think it was him. He's all the way outside of the top 20 right now. But this is a real good battle here as Meza is just giving Kermit all he can take, door banging, boom, boom, all the way through the corner. And that's going to open it up for Isaac Bevan here, as he'll probably take a little high side. You see Sacco's coming hard back there, Cherry on the move back there. Osborne doing a great job, Schumann. We see Joshua Rodriguez. I'm going to give him a shout out tonight. Staying under control. He's always got pace, always gets some bad luck. There's another, and it looked like Osborne got the wall that time. Almost collected Schumann and Rodriguez.
Man, oh man, these guys are pushing hard into the third stage of the final run to the checkered flag, folks. Belongs to the drivers. It's all in control now for Merrick, who inherits the lead of the race, but not without a hard-fought battle with Tristan Bruce, who's back into P2. The number 60 leads us now on lap 77. Going into the pits? No, not this time around. He sold me the dummy. He was trying to sell the number 3 the dummy as well.
I don't know. He went really low right there. But like I said, you can do that on a dog leg. And Merck with a good move. Let's see if he can hold pace here and not overdrive the truck. As we got a yellow, once again, it's something I cannot see. So, Soccer, you've been good at finding those. Let's see what we got.
This one's going to be with Curtis Banks.
Curtis Banks in the yellow machine right there. The 77 is a self-spin. This 1 and 2 is tricky. Oh, just a snap. Not real sure. It just looked like he felt a snap, over-corrected. Didn't hurt anything. Didn't collect anybody. But back to yellow we go. And I'll tell you what, while we're under yellow, that'll give us time to pull up the playoff standings here. And I can explain this one more time for the audience that came in late. There's our playoff standings. The guys that were with us last week, you understand that Matthew David Wood won the race by about 30 seconds at St. Petersburg. But what he did was he did a burnout before the start-finish line, or as he crossed the start-finish line, as lap trucks were fighting for position behind. Nazareth has deemed that move no-go, and they have moved him to the rear of the field for that race, and that gave Isaac Bevan the win. So Isaac Bevan is in. We see David Flanagan, Matthew Wood, both pretty good. You know, they're pretty much locked in if they get a good finish here tonight. And you see the rest of the field. But that is why Isaac Bevan is being shown in the Fast 12. He inherited the win of the race after the penalty was given out. I don't personally have an opinion on it, but that's what they all decided on, so that's what we go with, right, Soccer?
Absolutely. What the stewards say usually go, and if you try to argue with them, well, there's the door.
Yeah, I don't think there was any arguing. It was just over-exuberance out of the young man, but he did kind of start doing a burnout before the start-finish line. And it collected Merck, which he still finished in the same position. But it collected him, and, you know, it was just a big mess is what it was. So we've got that straightened out, and now it's a points race, or whoever wins tonight will be moved into the Fast 12 again.
As the Max Verstappen, as we would say, right?
Yes, 100%. See if the lights are off on the pace truck this time by. So we'll go one more time around. That'll bring us to the start of lap 82. So we're starting to wind it down. We're down to 68 laps to go. As I said, these guys are going to be begging for tires at some point. So I'm praying for a long run. I want to see who can serve and who can't. As timing has Jeff Merck out front still. Tristan Bruce, Raul Meza, Kermit the Frog, Isaac Bevan, Matt Cherry, Brandon Schumann, Joshua Rodriguez, Ed Osborne, and Ryan Johnson, after his spin earlier, has moved himself all the way back into the top 10 again, Sauger.
Hopefully it can stay green and clean for the remainder of this race as we head down in towards the restart zone. It will belong to Merrick and Bruce on that front row. Predictions, let us know in the chat. Who are you rooting for? Who you'd like to see on the top step of the podium? And who you'd like to see be the driver of the day as we go green, green, green! With just about 69 laps left to go. There goes Tristan Bruce to the inside line on Merrick. And that's a big slide job if I've ever seen one.
Oh, he has got that thing mastered. He does it almost every restart, but Merck able to cross him over, just like we saw NDW do earlier. Just so much momentum, it's costing him drive off, and Merck able to take advantage. We'll see if he tries it again here. He's been running this really low line when he wants to make a move, but Merck's going to cross. He's going to just head that off at the pass, say, no, I'm going to stay right in front of you, put as much dirty air as I can on your nose. And we'll see, you know, these guys got to fight that dirty air. That is part of it. You asked earlier about the draft. Not so much. But the aero, absolutely. You'll get aero tight following another vehicle.
Drivers colliding with the Smurf barriers here. It's sparks flying underneath the lights here at the Phoenix Speedway. A track length of 1.022 miles, although we call it a 1 mile tri-oval. We have, of course, hosted the NASCAR Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, Truck Series, and IndyCar coming back in 2026.
Absolutely, and we have one of our NASCAR graduates, Blake Lothian. He's ran the ARCA West Series here, and tonight, I think he qualified. I think tomorrow he's running at the Rock in the O'Reilly Series. So best of luck to Blake. Hopefully he made the field. I never did see what happened. As we see right now, Merck able to keep the lead. Great battles up front all day. And a shout to Raul Meza. This guy needs a win. He wants a win. He's put in umpteen million starts here. He needs to get that win, and he is showing that he's knowing what to do right now. Up 8 spots, running that 3rd position. Another decent story. John Freeman not out of this. We saw him get doored. He was running up high, running up front all night. He's back up to 16th. Him and Scruggs both 15th and 16th. We'll see if they can move their way back up through the field along with Adam Newton in 7th.
Battle here is for 10th and 11th between Matthew Montgomery and Ed Osborne. They keep on exchanging blows lap after lap. As we said earlier, it's still up in the air if we'll have to see drivers come down pit road. But I know it's imperative to do so with a partner to not lose the slipstream and not to go down an entire lap. So the question still stands, when or if the drivers come down pit road, when will it be?
Well, with the amount of cautions we've had, they may be able to stretch it to the end. I'm going to say fuel. It's going to be very close. They're going to want tires at some point. So if we get another caution, I would say any time around lap 110 or so, you'll see them all come down and take tires, at least for the final run right here. It's nothing changing at the front. We're seeing good battle with Ed Osborne, Matthew Montgomery. We've got Josh Rodriguez in the mix right there. And that dog leg just fools you once in a while. Looks like they're coming down pit road if you lose exactly where they're at, right, Sucker?
Yeah, gets me every single time, that's for sure. Someone who's been a silent contender this entire race has been Raul Meza. Up 8 positions right now, pilot of the Surf Pro, number 37. And he's running green and clean right now, up into P3. But has Kermit the Frog trying to steal that podium away in the 83 there to the inside line. The Florida Cabinet Design machine is to the inside line. Florida Cabinet Distributors, excuse me.
Yeah, Mark and Bruce side by side. Bruce has tried the low line. He's tried the slide job, and he's tried the high side. Merck able to hold him off thus far. It's just super battling at the front, but as soon as they start to go side by side, it's going to bring in Meza, and it's going to bring in Luke Smith, and it's going to bring in Ryan Johnson. These guys are going to start closing on them. If they're not, they're going to race too hard. They're going to let the field catch back to them, and you're going to see that a little 2x2 action at Phoenix. You don't see that a lot at Litchfield.
I love to see it. The 2x2x2. This isn't in and out. We're not getting burgers. This is going to be the Truck Series race brought to you by Nazra and C.O.P.S. Now, the Concerns of Police Survivors sounds like a charity organization. Maybe you can give me a little bit of insight as to what C.O.P.S is. Mike?
C.O.P.S is the Concerns of Police Survivors organization. It's an organization that caters to people that have lost officers while in the line of duty, all of that kind of thing. It's just a great project. We thank Huck Wigington. He's a law enforcement officer there in Nashville. He brought those people on board. As we got a yellow, and we got a little, whoa, we just got wall slapping everywhere. Devin Painter seems to have went around there. Oh my God, what is Eric Zimmerman doing? Oh my God, that's called an ARCA break in the business right there. Oh my goodness. I don't know what exactly happened to Devin here, but he's going to be worse for the wear after what Zimmerman just did to him with the whole track. Let's see what we got. Well, we got 3 wide. We got a push. He got into Freeman, and he tried to get off of Freeman, and boom. He got a little bit of a push up, a little hot there, but you see everybody slowing down. He thinks he's clean here, and then just bam. Wow. that is crazy to me. That just tore his machine up for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, poor guy, Devin Painter. Unfortunate circumstances there for him as he loses the rear wing on his truck, but it's going to be busy down pit lane from the looks of it, and we're going to get a ton of callers down the lane, so that'll be Merrick, Bruce, Rodriguez, Scruggs, Osborne, Newton, Mangold, Braunfoot, Cummins, Suss, Wigington, Beard, Banks, Painter, Zimmerman. I mean, pretty much half the field came in, and the other half, well, they obviously stayed out.
Yeah, the ones that stayed out, they're going to hope for a later caution, put the tires on a little later. But these guys in the front obviously believe they can make it to the end. So do I. They may have 2 sets left. We've seen a few people stretch, or this may be their final set. We'll just have to see. But they're going to have to take it 55 laps to the end. So we'll see how this shakes out here as we got Luke Smith getting some leading some laps for the first time tonight. Raul Meza, as you said, give him a shout. Ryan Johnson back up to third. We knew he was on the move. Matt Cherry, great oval racer. And there he is, folks. MDW creep back into the top 5 after pit stop.
What a recovery drive from Wood here. Back up into the top 5 for Mission 1 Esports. Unbelievable pace that he's been able to demonstrate lap after lap. He's still down 5 on the good for now, but still, I mean, from basically running P last to where he is now is just upside down.
Yeah, it's a great recovery. And there's another guy up here, up 20 positions, Adam Lichty. He's running 9th, 10th back there in a 35 machine. Great run so far, staying as clean as he can for high side there. Truck looks good all the time. It's always a black green combo. I love that truck. And there again, Nick Sacco, after his pit cycle, back up into the top 10, starting on the high side, which I would like to do right here if it was me, but we'll see what these guys do as we're getting ready to go back to green. Down the back stretch here. And as we said, folks, this is the second round of the Fast 18. So whoever wins this tonight, if it is not named Isaac Bevan, they will move on to the Fast 12 in 2 weeks' time. So we got Luke Smith into the restart zone. Good jump. Decent start out of Meza. Big push out of Cherry. And he got Meza. Oh, no. You got Meza all messed up with the big push. Meza up against the outside wall and then more around. Looked like Bevan involved, other people getting involved, and all this does is bring those people that just pitted right back into this race. As you could see, Cherry got a good start, tried to push Meza, got him all out of shape, and around he went. We'll get a replay on that because there was a secondary pileup with a lot of trucks. You can see here on the restart, Cherry gets a good push, but it's a little too much. Gets Meza out of shape, bang, bang, and around goes, oh my God, it's the big one. Half the field around. 4 or 5 trucks involved. We'll have to see how much damage they all got, but that'll bring a few of the other players back into play here. I don't see who's fell down to too much, but that also got Cherry. He got involved with Bevan. Bevan got up here, and I think, yeah, he got killed by Lichty. That's a big whack, so he's going to have some pretty substantial damage. Matthew Montgomery, everybody in, out, and around, and we see Lichty, he towed. He must have blown the engine there, so I just give him a call, and I put the commentator curse on it, as I do every week, it seems. Crazy about that stuff. You call out a guy, and they just immediately get taken out, Sagar.
Oh, man. And this being my first broadcast with y'all, I just was talking about Raul, wasn't I? Just right before we went green. And
yeah,
he is the first driver to get taken out in that huge wreck. So I unfortunately will take the blame for the commentator's curse, Raul. You can go ahead and blame me. Exclamation point curse for every time I have cursed a driver in this championship.
Yeah, that's our fault. And like I said, if you didn't hear at the beginning, this is Mike McKinnon sitting in for Jacob Reeves. He's on leave. We got our new producer, Sagar Bakshi, doing a great job for us. Great voice, giving you the good pictures. Hopefully you like his work. We're hoping to work with him a lot more. But we're doing what we can do. I haven't been able to say we got beef or any of that good stuff the way Jake does, because I wouldn't do it, because that's Jake's deal. But I'd say we got a little beef right there if I had to say it. That was a pretty aggressive push. I understand why he was doing it, but it just got him out of shape. And that's going to bring Curtis Banks. We saw him with a self-spin, and may put him in the lead by the time, or these are guys waiting on wave rounds. I'm not real sure. We have to wait and see. I get confused sometimes when I'm looking at timing and scoring.
Well, at least it's not just me that gets a little confused at times. When I look at timing and scoring, it's a whole bunch of numbers and data and decimals, and I don't know what half this stuff means. As we get on to lap 150 to go, this is going to shake up the order quite a bit. And it seems that those that did not come in before this caution stayed out in hopes that there'll be an even later caution to come out. So the likes of Luke Kermit Smith, Ryan Johnson, and Schumann have all decided to stay out for the long haul.
Yeah, we watched Tiny Horse climb the ladder all day today. He's finally up into second place, got track position. Not sure on his tires yet, but that's fine. He's really good at conserving. You see there, Kermit in the lead. I thought maybe Curtis was waiting on a wave round. That's what he's waiting on, and he's going to take his wave